CNRS, you know, in CERN and some universities. They have invested little, very little in this area since now. However, there are internationally renowned pediatrics, neonatology, neuroscience, cognitive science, renowned teams in developmental psychology and psychopathology of perinatal and parenthood, and genetics, epidemiology, public and social health, etc. And Nick PC, Rob Hull, Gabriela Ponti, and Pascal Fearon came to Paris to visit us, and our first meeting was absolutely fantastic.
One, two, three, four.
It is to our children that we entrust the world of tomorrow. We are all actors of the educational community, so we are all concerned. Moving in harmony is essential to maintain balance, stable on both legs. These two pillars making progress together at their own pace, it's our DNA. In reference to our international, European and national advocacy, acting early is the key to equal opportunities. Sharing up-to-date scientific knowledge on child development is our right leg that moves forward and brings the left one ahead. Acting on the ground, especially for the most vulnerable people, is critical to enrich educational practices and relationships with families. These actions and the learnings are our left leg that in turn brings the right one ahead. Early childhood professionals are committed and innovative on a daily basis. They are an essential part of our society. Our mission is to support them in their practices and to promote quality. So let us all build together with the children a better world with greater solidarity.
From 2017, we were able to support more than 50,000 early childhood professionals on the most deprived areas in France, but also in Belgium, with unusual pedagogical strategies involving the whole community from pre-birth to school in a continuous development process with evidence-based tools. You know that, Nick, we were in a train for a tour in 15 cities in France to reach everyone, and also with the first exhibition on the last resources on child development, with the support of Harvard University and experts from different countries. We have been able to renew the train and in an innovative way, in distance sharing. We are in Paris and in Sydney in the same time, sharing very up-to-date pedagogical resources. We can see Catherine West in a podcast and many resources on global child development. So that's all what we shared during the commission work with the experts. We are very lucky to welcome Nick PC, Rob Hull, Gabriela Conti, and Pascal Fearon during our first session at the ministry, and of course your first 1,000 Days of Life report at the House of Commons was very inspiring for us, and also resources from Quebec and Norway, because the first 1,000 days is the place where it all starts. Our objectives were mainly to build a common language based on scientific data, also highlighting the 1,000 days as the everything begins period, and bringing all the community together, because in France we are all working in different sections, and we used to say boxes. We're not working together from early childhood, school, and prenatal environments, and that was really our objective, to bring back all the resources from the professionals to work together. Our means was during this year of this year of sessions, to find the fine balance between the risk factors we all know and the protective factors. Each session ended by this balance about what are our observations on the field, and what can we bring to the communities in terms of protective factors. That was really in this in this dynamic that we worked at each session. Our recommendations is like a route, with the first step an extension of paternal leave, because we all know that a baby needs both parents and attachment, bonding, and some time to go on with his life and exploring his environment. So that was really our first step. Our second step was 4 months of pregnancy interview at the very early prenatal period, to engage actions in prevention, and really be helpful for the mother and the family if something is going wrong. The third step was really link daily between 500 maternity centers and parenting services. In France, there is no link in between maternity and the services on the field. And we really wanted to engage this dynamic to work together. And the fourth one, and there is two aspects. One is welcoming toddlers at 1 year of age in formal childcare centers, not before a step, but it will take some time, because at the moment we welcome babies at 10 weeks, but it's very, very, very early. And our aim is really to reach the goals, the European goals, and 4.2 SDG goals, to be able to welcome toddlers at 1 year of age. And it's related to enhancing quality training of the ECC professionals to reach equity, because at the moment we are the 27th level in the OECD evaluation. We are at the 27th seat in the OECD's evaluation in terms of quality and diploma in early childhood sector. We're very far away, and most of our professionals have just 1 year of training. So we need to really move on with quality. We have a small step policy, and we hope for great social improvements. The first step is has been voted very recently on the 23rd of October, It's the paternity leave law. We have now 28 days. It's not a lot. We were asking for 9 weeks, but we get 15 more days. But it's a first. It's a first step. It really helps to be conscious about the value and the vision for early childhood sector. A second one will be that it's not so difficult to set up 1,000 days homes. We will use the existing ones and propose. How do you say, Aurélien, un cahier des charges?
Requirements.
Guideline procedures to see if everyone is in the same mood to welcome mothers and families. Because there is many places, but nobody speaks the same language. It's like there is 30 kind of professionals on child development, and nobody speaks the same language. So we all have to share a common language on child development. So that's what we will do, proposing guidelines in these 1,000 days homes. The third one is 1,000 days week. So every year we can highlight some actions on the field in France related with very early steps child development. The fourth one is Ambition, Childhood Equality, Interministerial Fight Against Poverty Plan. It's a lot of millions a year to train all ECEC professionals. And we have seven priorities: language and culture activities, of course, global development. The next one is the business involvement to help the mothers and fathers coming back in their companies in the best way. We need to speak with companies, and there is a network called Great Place to Work, which is working with us and trying to speak with other companies, very little ones and also big ones, but we can all work together to because there is small things to set up to welcome fathers and mothers after paternity or maternity leave. And then we are about to set a common free call number for parents, a national one, to prevent depression and burnout, parental burnout, but also professionals burnout. And we have this research that we are leading. The name is Support Me. It's the first research on child social well-being, launched on very deprived areas in France, and it will help us to set up some new evidence-based tools for professionals. Also we are about to work on a MOOC on global child development, which will be available for all professionals in France, in all regions and from all backgrounds, in 1,000 days homes, in maternity, in the hospitals, in childcare centers, in every kind of places, to speak the same language. And the last but not least one is a bonding training for all ECEC professionals, also to speak this common language, because this is absolutely essential to understand baby needs and to set the scene for the next step.